Welcome, golf fans, pursuers of knowledge and the almighty dollar. This is your golf guru bringing you the diamonds in the rough for the 2021 Shriners Open. So real quick, I'm going to run through just some picks also that I wanted to add in. These are my hidden gems. And let's get into this. These are the guys typically that are going to cost you less money, help you build the optimal lineups, unlock the winner for the GPP big game, and give leverage on the field. My first one is Pat Perez. Ownership is just barely over 5%, coming in at 7K. Bent is his neutral surface. Bermuda is his favorite. But what I do like about Pat is he's got a solid history here recently at the Shriners. He's got a third place in 2020 and a seventh in 2019. There is some miscuts before that, but that was a while back. I also like that he shot a 62 in the third round last year. And if you do some analysis, you will see that 5 of the last 8 winners here at the Shriners had to post a 62 or lower, and he fits that category. Again, I don't pick him to win, but is there a possibility he can give you a top 10 and the points you need to win this thing? It is a possibility. The other guy I like below 7,000 is Tringali, coming in at just a little over 6% owned projection. Bent is a positive surface for him. Pretty decent recent form from Tringali. The only thing that was giving me a little bit of negative was Tringali typically does not have the ability to go super low, but he did just shoot his lowest round in his PGA career at the Safeway, and he shot a 63. So I like Tringali. And then kind of my super sleeper dark horse who's coming in less than 1% owned would be Justin Suh. And if you don't know Justin, just a little quick history on him. He played at USC. He lives in Vegas, which I'm kind of big on the guys that get to sleep in bed. There's quite a few guys, as I mentioned in my previous show, who live in Vegas. We played in this tournament, Morikawa being one of them that I think definitely stands out. At this price ownership, if he can make the cut, maybe give you a T30 or better, is definitely worth. And, Justin came out with the class of Victor Hovland, Wolf, Morikawa, was touted with those guys, but has definitely had a slower start than those guys. But with the 14th at Corrales, I got to watch him play, and the guy with a putter is ridiculous. He was draining everything. So, if he can just keep the putter going, hit some fairways, get some of those irons tight, again, he could be a great value play. Harry Higgs, not a super sleeper, as he's had, really good recent form, and that's why I just pulled it up. He had that second place at the Safeway, 11th at the Northern Trust. But I wanted to pull this up because Harry on the approach has been, at the Safeway, was gaining almost 5.5 strokes, and that's the key thing that I'm looking for. Yes, total shots gained is key, but I think approach is really going to be who's sticking the closest and having those opportunities is going to be the guys to win. So with less, just barely a 2% projected ownership, coming in less than $7,000, I think he's a great play. He's got the distance, he's got the irons, he gets a hot putter, and he could really unlock. And also back to he did shoot a 62 at the Safeway. I believe it was round 2. So the guy can go low. And then lastly, I had to put a new winner in. I don't know what it is with my winner picks, but I've had the ability to pick the winners that are going to withdraw before the tournament. Now with Finau withdrawing, nothing due to him. It was purely he had a positive COVID test. I hope that it is actually, well, I hope it's not really positive, but these are getting kind of aggravated, just like Scheffler here. I'm thinking some karma that he had to miss the U.S. Open and, never had any symptoms. And then the way that the PGA has it set up that once you test positive, then you have to take another test in 24 hours. If that's negative, it doesn't matter. You got to take another test the next day, and that's got to be negative. And so by the time that would all happen, there's no way Finau would be able to play. So Finau was my pick. And then the same, I believe I picked Webb Simpson. I think it was at the BMW. And then he withdrew, which was probably smart. I liked Webb, because it was going to be a tough track. He had to keep it in the fairway and the irons, but it wasn't a perfect fit for him. And I think Heath, thought that, but then you could see when he finally got to East Lake that the rust kind of hurt. But With Scheffler, he's at 14% ownership, so it's went up. I think he was at 10 yesterday at ownership projection, but due to Finau bowing out, I'm sure a lot of people are shifting some shares over to him. But from a putting perspective, bent grass is his best surface. We know that Scheffler can go low, and he's not had a win yet, and I think this is a great spot for his first win on the PGA Tour. And just some other, background knowledge that I was digging up. There is that, Kevin Na won last year, but again, that was gaining over 14 strokes putting, and that is definitely an outlier. If you look at 2 of the last 4 champions ranked first in par 4 scoring, which was Rod Pampling and Bryson DeChambeau. And if you look at the round scores again, and five of the 8 of those winners, it was, again, as I mentioned, they had to have that 62 in there. And Scottie Scheffler, fired a 59 at the Northern Trust. So he knows how to shoot the lights out. And while recent starts, his total, tee to green shot gain has been ridiculous. He was first in total shot gain at the Tour Championship, second at Northern Trust, a 5th at the WGC St. Jude. So the off the tee stats are just phenomenal. And he's also ranked in the top 14th category in 6 of the last 7 starts. So, I think he's a great play. He had a little rust you could see at the Sanderson Farms in the first couple rounds, but, he started to get back to form. So if it's about par 4 scoring, he was 3rd for par 4 birdie or better leaders last season and 7th overall in birdie average. So he's my pick. I'm going to go with him, and hopefully nothing bad happens to Scotty Boy. So that's it. That's the Hidden Gems, my new winner, and all the best of luck here at the Shriners. And if you could please click the like button if you are getting any value or enjoy the content, and subscribe, please, and share it. And again, no one's half the battle now. We just got to go do it. All the best.